What's up, people? Welcome back again. My name is JR and I'm a consultant in the music business. And today's lesson is reasons why artists fail. Now, there may be many reasons why artists may fail. What works for one may not work for the other. But these are my reasons, because I've worked with so many artists. I've watched them closely. I've been a part of campaigns. And I've also analyzed other artists who've fallen off or may have made mistakes. So today's points are based on extensive research and observation of what I've seen over the years. Let's get into it. Playing the blame game. Now, so many times an artist, something might happen, an artist might just, go cold or whatever, and all of a sudden people ask them, or they go on rants on social media, it's the label's fault, it's my manager's fault, it's this one's fault. At the end of the day, if it's a label's fault, you turned up to sign your record deal with a manager and a lawyer, or at least you should have done. So if you bring your team, you go through the paperwork and stuff, and you're happy with what they presented to you, and you read all your clauses and understand them and ask enough questions, then why is it the label's fault when things don't go right? They played ball to begin with, did you? So the blame game. Stop blaming managers and everybody else. Admit sometimes that it's your fault. This is a business. Poor judgment. Now, a lot of people, actually people in general, we all make poor judgment. The only difference between the regular person and somebody who's in the limelight is that when they make a poor judgment, things can go pretty wrong and it affects your career. So not judging characters around you, in your team, your entourage, not judging the right characters of who represents you basically, can go against you. So for instance, rappers from the hood, you make it and you want to bring everybody with you, and that's fine, but you have to identify who you can take to certain places. You take somebody who's a live wire, you take them to the wrong place, and they get into an argument with the wrong person and they kick off and go too far. It's on you at the end of the day. So you definitely need to, so you should always keep your eyes open and make good judgment. Knowing when to step back from things. Now, everybody has a run, everybody does. Most artists, even if you don't make it to the top, you always have a run, a consistent run. That's if you put in the work. Now, if you don't know when that run is coming to an end and you can't see it, and believe me, there'll be a lot of indicators telling you, things are slowing down. Ticket sales, streaming numbers, all these things. Once you see these things coming, know to step back a bit to protect what you have, and then wait for your time and come back. Now, or how most people have done it, Jay-Z for instance, as soon as he started to peak, his label Rockefeller started signing more artists, and then he surrounded himself with them, did songs, pushed them. They all went on to be successful, and every time one of them went on to be successful, their careers shone, but it made Jay-Z look even bigger. So you look at Beanie Siegel for instance, amazing rapper. We heard him and we loved his lyricism and his bravado, all of that stuff, his street knowledge and just the way he was. But every time he did something that was an accolade, it made Jay-Z, Damon Dash and Rockefeller itself look amazingly huge. So don't be selfish. Know to bring people through. Have some sort of association with the younger generation. Stop always trying to hold on to things. Always know when your limelight is dimming. And as soon as it begins to dim, step back a bit and allow people to play. Whether it's your team or even your rivals, let them do their thing and then come back at the right time. You don't want to ride the car till the wheels fall off. Know when to shut up. Being opinionated doesn't always work for everyone. It doesn't work for everyone. I mean, people might say, oh yeah, Kanye's opinionated. Yeah, but he took a lot of L's. But the genius that he is, he managed to come back. And he had a lot of links and stuff, so he used those to come back. When people weren't messing with him musically or didn't want to hear him musically, he went into the fashion world because of the links he had. Then the shoes popped off. All of a sudden, Kanye's the man. He was in the hole, was in debt, had to file bankruptcy, went and hustled hard, got the shoes popping, came right back. As soon as he cleared his debt and he became the man again, right back into music. You know, so know that your opinions, sometimes keep your opinions to yourself. This day and age as I speak, there's a thing called cancel culture. Now the cancel culture is real. People will hunt you down. There are people that's just actively looking for people to cancel for any reason, any simple small reason, something that it might have even been a slip of a tongue. But when you always look back at things people have said, did you really need to say it? Notice new trends. You always have to keep an eye out for the new trends that might be popping up. An artist I worked with, Sway, was amazing and he was great at that. Always knew when something was about to tip or when a new sort of culture was creeping into what we had, or you know, or the new type of artists and stuff. He always had the eye for that. And it's not an easy thing to ask, but it will be good for you to have people around you or ask questions and still talk to people in different on different levels from you where you are, and try your best to see the trends that are coming on. So when you get involved in it early, it's almost as if you've helped that culture that's coming in. You've helped push that wave closer to where you are, instead of jumping on it when it's too late, and then you can look like you're clout chasing. So yeah, so identifying new trends, very important. Working with others. So many times you get artists that are really, really at the top of their careers. When they're at the top of their careers, that's fine. But when you're building your way up, you're trying to get up, work with others. Spread your wings, not just your crew. You can do just your crew and it's fine if you do that. That's your choice. But try your best to work with others, because in every business, you're just as good as your links or your relationships. And it's the same in this. There's too many rivalries going on. Oh, there's always, no, we're doing us, you know, and then people taking what Drake said, no new friends and all that nonsense. Yeah, in some cases I get it, but try your best to work with others. It opens your fan base. You tap into other people's fan bases as well. You get big exposure. So don't look down on working with others. Very, very important. Swallow your ego sometimes and do it. Keeping a winning team intact and run with them till the end. Now, if you have a team of people that you start up with, and a lot of people say, oh, I outgrowed my team, and you know, or they just weren't good enough and stuff. Educate them. Push them to go and get the education. You meet other people in the business that, you know, this one wants to do, hey, go and follow him. He's good at that. Learn from him and ask all the questions. Get it done. That's how you do it. So try and keep your team, your core team intact. Unless they violate you or they don't want to learn and they're holding you back, yes, then, you know, of course you should outgrow them and move on. But try your best to have that core team in place. Pay them. If you're making money, give them some. I'm not saying give them everything and go broke, but pay them, you know? Do whatever you can to keep that team intact. Nobody will ride for you more than the people you began with. And those people you started out with are the ones who know you, who understand everything about you as a person and as an artist. So if you can, try and keep that team together. Very important. Not learning the business. How many times do you hear, oh, this label did this, oh, this accountant did that, oh, this manager did this to me, oh, they promised me this and this and that, and then they switch sides on me. Learn the business. You have to understand that none of these people are your friends. They're happy with you and they treat you like family because they can get something out of you. So it's not necessarily their role to be your best friend and try and, schmooze you when you're down. No. Like, people will pull out clauses in contracts as soon as things go wrong. So just know the business and know what you're dealing with, and know when you step on someone's toes, the kind of pushback you can get back that will possibly come in your way. Understand the way the business goes. Use it to your advantage. A person who has the knowledge of a contract that they're tied into knows how to navigate their way. So learn the business. It's self-explanatory. I couldn't go on about it anymore. Now, so often I've seen this, and I've been a part of campaigns that I see an artist who has a core audience. Now, core audience is that audience that you begun with. They're a group of fans that you begun with. They latched onto you. They're the ones who went and spoke to you about everyone, had arguments in barbershops about you, all that stuff. You need to always acknowledge these people. These are the people that when your star rises, they stand by you and they champion you. That will be the fan that's in the crowd holding your first t-shirt you made, or the first flyer the first show you did in the community center. That's the core fan. That's a fan from the core audience. You need to always acknowledge these people and grow them. Once you grow them, you have a career for life. I've seen artists chasing the bag so much that they forget about the core audience and move on. And by the time things goes wrong and they try to come back, they've moved on as well and found someone else to be a part of. So the core audience is what gives you a career for life. Whether it's ups or downs, the core fan is always there. So identify your core audience and stand by them. You hear Beyonce calling her core audience the Beehive. You see Nicki Minaj calling her fans Barbies and Kens. Those are her core audience. Whether rain or shine, these people stand by these artists. So make sure you maintain your core audience. Identify and maintain it. Have better judgment on management, accountants, lawyers, all the business people around you, your business managers, all of that. Your due diligence is to do your research on these individuals and find out what their flaws are. Speak to them, put the scenarios to them, see what works for you, who they've worked with, how their past clients feel. Make sure you do your due diligence, because if you choose the wrong people, it could go horribly wrong. Some people are just in this business to make money and cash out. Some people love the business and they love the way things work, and they have love for people. They have love for artists, so they really go out and work for you. But some people are just in it for the money. So it's up to you to do your due diligence. I mean, if you do your due diligence and vet all these people and they turn around and do you dirty, it's just the way it is. Sometimes shit happens. That's the way of the world. The world is not fair, I get it. But make sure, do yourself a favor to go all the way and try your best to vet these people and know who you have around you. Because you build a winning team, you hold on to that, you have a career for life. Lastly, people, invest. Invest, invest, invest. Now, when money comes in the music business, no matter what level you are, it starts to trickle in, like pretty fast. It can be pretty fast. Now, it's up to you to make that money keep on going and keep on paying you. So how do you do that? By investing. Not everybody's good at stocks and shares, but if you have enough to put down on the deposit, first of all, clean your credit, and then save enough, or hopefully you have enough to put into a property or so. You do that once or twice, that's income that's generating with equity in the building, or maybe you can rent it out and start making money from that, and so that the building pays for itself. So make sure you always invest. There's so many different ways to invest these days. I mean, things are pretty open now and very simplified. It's not like the old days where nobody understood what stocks and shares were and all these other things. There's so many ways to invest your money. Don't just jump on every and anything people bring to you, because you're going to get that. People will come at you hard and fast. Invest in this, oh we need this, oh we need that. Tell them, okay, bring the paperwork, I'll read it, I'll go through it with my team, and if it's something we want to do or we want to get involved, then we will. You know, don't just jump on anything, but make sure you invest your money, because money does trickle in the music business, yes, but you will have periods of times where it slows down, and when it does slow down, things could go horribly wrong. And once you start having financial difficulties, it affects the craft. You know, I know you just want to be an artist and, you know, focus on your music, but all these things unfortunately are very important. We've seen the likes of MC Hammer and so many other musicians and stuff go bankrupt and lose everything. So it's important to invest your money. Now people, we've come to the end of the video, but I know a lot of you just thinking, oh, I just want to be an artist, I'll just hire someone and let them do it. You don't have that luxury anymore. This day and age, every artist has to be a businessman or woman. It's unfortunate that you have to split your time between being an artist and running your business, but it's the way it is, because it's very lucrative. I mean, people are making millions just from selling merchandise. People are making millions from getting endorsement deals. These are very, very important things. So this is why you need to nurture your career and make sure it's solid and it's kind of airtight. Now, nothing's 100%, of course. And you might sit there and say, what do I know? Hey, like I said in the beginning, I'm talking from a place of experience and observation. And these are some of the things that I've come across. But you take this advice and you never forget and run with this, I guarantee you, you have more than half a chance at making a sustainable long career. Like I said, my name is JR, and this has been Game Told. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Catch you on the next video. Peace.